Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Lifestyle to Health. Today is day 18, and today I'd like to look again at a topic on rest, on the topic rest. I'm reading from University of California, San Diego. It says, a sleepy person's brain works harder and accomplishes less. A sleepy person's brain works harder and accomplishes less. A single night of poor sleep is linked to less efficient filtering, meaning one's brain has issues picking out important or relative nuggets of information from all the insignificant junk one's senses absorb. Good morning, Teresa. As we look at the benefits of rest, to me, rest used to seem to be a waste of time. There's just so much to get done, but I now see how the benefits of rest are. I can remember my most productive time was from 8 at night to 3 in the morning. And I would come home, eat supper, go back to work and work. And Mary Lou would pray that God would change my body to where I would want to sleep at night. Well, I tell you, today I do. And I feel the huge differences when I get to sleep by 9 o'clock. It is amazing. Let's look at what Mayo Clinic says. That was University of California at San Diego. Let's look at Mayo Clinic. And what does Mayo Clinic say the benefits of rest are? Getting at least 7 hours of quality rest each night is essential for optimal health. Getting at least 7 hours of sleep or rest each night is essential for optimal health. Now, the Breezel-Belloc study found in the first 9 years of the study, they found 7 hours, but as they extended the study to 15 years, that was 6,900 people, they found that actually there was even more benefit, significantly more benefit, and the person died quicker or sooner if they got less than 8 hours of sleep. Let's go back to Mayo Clinic. Sleep provides the foundation for all daily habits and decisions. Mayo Clinic says, sleep provides the foundation for all daily habits and decisions. So if we get our sleep, we're more prone to make better decisions. Our habits are better. When we don't, we have more challenges. Sleep deprivation can negatively affect mood, temperament, as well as one's ability to focus on daily tasks. As we look at children, and we see how children are if they stay up late, if we go to Henry's house or Sally's house or something, or we're doing something, and we stay up late, and the kids stay up later, can we tell a difference the next day? Absolutely. Does it affect us? It actually does, according to Mayo Clinic. Lack of sleep influences what and how much we eat. And so as folks look at losing weight, and I spoke with one of y'all yesterday. Yesterday was day 17, and they had lost 17 pounds. They'd lost a pound each day. So as we look at, if your goal here, one of your goals is to lose weight, there's several keys besides what we're putting in our mouth, besides the fuel that we're putting in our body. Yes, we talked about the exercise. Exercise is huge on weight loss, but also is sleep. What's it say according to Mayo Clinic? Lack of sleep, that's getting less than 7 hours of sleep, or looking at Breezel-Belloc study, getting less than 8 hours of sleep, influences what and how much one eats. Sleep allows time for the mind and body to recover from the day's work. And it's interesting, those hours before midnight, we're taking that short-term memory and we're putting it into long-term memory. And folks will say, well, I forget so much. Well, we're not asleep at the time at which the brain is doing what happened yesterday, and we're putting that into the long-term memory. Very important. During the rapid eye movement, REM stage of sleep, the brain sorts the important information from the unimportant, and files long-term memory. If this stage of sleep cycle is shortened, mental focus and acuity can decrease. And a lot of people don't even get into the REM sleep because they're waking up every little bit, whether it's they're in pain, whether they're having problems with their prostate, they got to get up and go to the bathroom, or where they just wake up worrying about things. if you need to get into REM sleep for what? The brain sorts important information from unimportant information, then it files long-term memory. And if this stage of sleep cycle is shortened, we're not getting into it, or it's shortened, mental focus and acuity can decrease. Sleep deprivation has the propensity to make one feel cranky and short-tempered. Do you ever sometimes you're mad at the world, or maybe your spouse is mad at the world? It could just be they just didn't get enough sleep. We see that with children. Well, we would expect that. We're humans also. We would expect that with us also. Sleeping less than 7 hours of sleep, and again, Mayo Clinic's looking at 7 hours here, a night, is associated with weight gain, diabetes, high blood pressure, depression, body aches. And folks say, well, I heard a lot. Well, Mayo Clinic finds that if we get that 7 hours of sleep, or better yet, 8 hours of sleep, we're more prone to have body aches, pain, reduced immune function, and impaired performance at work. We see that as employees don't get their sleep at night, and also we see it as the immune function. And that's my challenge. Is I may wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to have to go fight a house fire, or I may wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go do a CPR, or I never know if I'm going to have to wake up to go work a wreck on I-40. You just never know what's going on. And can that affect my immune function? Absolutely. That's why I carry a bottle of oil oregano in my pocket of my turnouts, so that if I'm out in the middle of the night, it's raining, it's snowing, it's cold, or even if it's in the summertime, I can take that oil of oregano, and that will boost the immune system. Not the best thing to do. It's better to get the sleep, but if I'm out there fighting fires or something, I've got to do something. And definitely sleep deprivation can affect my immune system. When the body and mind are well rested, one is able to respond to life with greater perspective and understanding. Again, we're reading from Mayo Clinic. When the body and mind are well rested, one is able to respond to life with greater perspective and understanding. Do you deal with anybody that just can't understand things, or they just have a poor outlook? It could be they're not getting good sleep. And the last one here, sleep can help boost one's motivation and willpower. There we go. Some folks say, well, I just don't have the willpower to do this program. Maybe you need to get your sleep. Sleep can boost one's motivation, the motivation to make lifestyle changes, and their willpower, making it easier to fend off. Mayo Clinic said this. Let me read it again. Sleeping can help boost one's motivation and willpower, making it easier to fend off temptations. It's amazing. And it's true. As our brain works better, our brain is what deals with temptations. Our brain is what makes those decisions. And sleep can affect that. Let me share one that we've already shared. And it comes from Proverbs 17:22. Proverbs 17:22. And it's one of the laws of health that I talk about. A merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. There's actually a song out there, A Merry Heart Doeth Good Like a Medicine. Look it up, see if you can find it out on the internet. It's a neat little song. Well, y'all have a great day, and I'm going to rest today. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.